Track back here once again with another ranking video. This time we're going to be ranking the pseudo legendary Pokemon. So let's get into it, I guess. As we know, pseudo legendaries, almost legendaries, they have to be 3-stage. Most of them are dragons though. They can be anything though, but most of them are dragons. Don't get your hopes up for anything unique typing. It's always going to be a dragon type. Okay, let's get into it. So Dragapult. Dragapult is a solid design. He's one of Leon's aces. I wouldn't say ace, but one of his main Pokemon. Honestly, it's a really cool design. Dragon Ghost type. Not a design that, not a typing most people would think of. I love that it's like Phantom, and it uses its children as ammunition to shoot people with. So that's very cool. As we know in the TCG, if you play that, Dragapult is very influential. I would say the best deck in the format currently. Depends on what you play. With Dragapult Charizard, that's what I play. Dragapult alone, pretty good. Alright. Let's move on to a different one. Oh, he's A tier, by the way. Okay, Dragonite. Dragonite, he's a solid design. He's like a cute dragon. The color palette's really nice. One thing that does bring him down from S tier for me is his shiny. His shiny is absolute ass. That green, dude, that green's terrible. It's like a puke green. I hate that color so much. That's why it's never worth getting his shiny. Dratini's and Dragonairs were pretty solid. But this guy's shiny, terrible. Let's move on. Hydreigon. I'm gonna have to go with, I don't know. I might want to go with B or A tier. Let's go with B for now. The Hydreigon is a sick design, dragon dark type, amazing. The 3 heads, so cool. But the one thing that brings him down for me is that you will almost never be able to use him in a playthrough until you are so late in the game. What does he evolve at, like level 68 or something? It's something just like absolutely absurd. And you're stuck with his 2 very weak pre-evolutions for so much of the game. And, that's all I have to say. He's terrible. Like once you get him, he's cool to have, pretty powerful. But before that, you have to struggle with his weak-ass pre-evolutions. His design is so cool, but too difficult to get. Baxcalibur. Baxcalibur's is, hell, maybe even S tier. I don't know. I'm gonna put him mid-A for now, though. Baxcalibur, Dragon Ice type. What do we say about that? That's sick. He looks like Godzilla. Also sick. And also, Gen 9, I don't know why people sometimes hate on Gen 9. Yes, the games were glitchy. Personally, I never had that problem with my Switch, though. So, they were really good games. I played through them a good amount. And I always like to have this guy on my team. This guy's so sick. And it's like, his like, signature move is also cool. It's like, I forget what it's called. But where he just, like, charges at you with his dorsal fin. That's cool. Let's move on. I'm gonna put this guy in S tier. This dragon type, dragon fighting, first off, which is a sick typing. Second off, the Alola region, one of my favorite regions. So, what do we say to that? We say that this guy is goated. We love this guy. That's just something that I have to say right now. Kumoho. I think that's how you say his name. I was like judging if I wanted to say it or not and get flamed in the comments. Kumaloho or something. Damn it, I can't say his name for shit. But he's such a cool typing. Such a cool Pokemon. And like the scales and stuff. And hell, he is kind of difficult to beat on like Ultra Moon in the Ultra games. He's pretty difficult to beat, if I'm gonna be honest. Let's move on, but he's sick. Garchomp, another S tier. Above Kumoho, though. I cannot say his name. Garchomp, Cynthia's ace. He's a menace in the Gen 4 games. And he's just sick. A land shark. And this is one where, like, I don't even hate having his pre-evolutions. Because they look cool. They look cool AF. Gibble is sick. Gabite is pretty cool. Then you get this thing, Garchomp. That's such a cool name. What do you mean, Garchomp? That's sick. And also his Mega Evolution is pretty cool. I don't like it as much as other Megas, but it's pretty cool. Also, this guy's Mega, I don't know how to feel about it so far. It almost looks like a fairy type now. This guy's Mega. Like Dragonite's Mega. It almost looks like a fairy type. That'd be kind of cool typing though. Dragon Fairy. Pretty cool. Now let's get on to Salamence. Salamence, I'm gonna go A tier. Above Baxcalibur, but below Dragapult. Salamence is cool. Like Bagon and Shieldon, and then Salamence, it's a pretty good evolutionary line. They do great stuff with Salamence. His Mega, he does just turn into a croissant, so I don't know how I feel about that. But, other than that, he's a pretty solid pseudo-legendary. Bagon, cool. Pretty cool first stage. Sheldon is one of my favorite middle stages, if I'm gonna be honest. I just love the egg. You know, like, he just looks like an egg. That's cool. I don't know why I like it, but that's cool. T-Tar. T-Tar. We're going with S tier below that guy, though. There we go. T-Tar. What to say about T-Tar other than he's cool? The card that he got in Paldea Evolved looks sick. This guy is Godzilla. That's what I like about him. This guy kind of looks like Godzilla. This guy is Godzilla. T-Tar. What can I say except he deserved a SIR in Obsidian Flames. Also, how did Dragonite and Tyranitar not get an SIR in Obsidian Flames? Genuinely. Obsidian Flames, it's a I don't like it too much, but it's pretty good so far. Like it's not the worst set in Scarlet Violet era. But to have an EX of Tyranitar and an EX of Dragonite and not give them SIRs is absurd. Absurd, in my opinion. But he's one of the few pseudo-legendaries that is not a dragon type, which is cool, you know? And Pupitar and Larvitar, they're pretty cool first stages. First and middle stage. They're pretty cool. Metagross. Honestly, let's go with below Garchomp. You know, Metagross is so sick. Steven W. Champion. And to have Metagross as his ace, so cool. Metagross's Mega Evolution, one of the best. Top tier Mega Evolution. You gotta love it. And other than that, what can I say other than a Metal Psychic pseudo-legendary? Very cool. And also that they released two pseudos in the same game. That's also very cool. And he's one of the only non-dragon type pseudos, which is cool. Goodra, we're going S tier. He is my favorite pseudo-legendary. One of my favorite Pokemon as well. He's such a cute design. Goomy is goated. I'm gonna get a tattoo of Goodra and Goomy in Sliggoo once I'm old enough. It's gonna be sick. What can I say other than this pseudo-legendary? So cute. Should have been a Dragon Poison type. And also, they did not include, I just realized something, they did not include Hisuian Goodra in this list. Hisuian Goodra, I would place him, above Metagross, but below Garchomp. He looks cool. Being a metal dragon type was kind of sick, because Goodra was just lacking a second typing when it first came into the game. And also, Ash, when he had a Goodra, dude, that was sick, man. Goodra was one of Ash's goats. You gotta love Goodra. What can I say other than Goodra's my favorite? Anyways, guys, let me know your comments below. What you think about the list I made. Goodbye.